and welcome all you wonderful Tubi Dicers to another episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire, brought to you by Tubi Dice Adventures. My camera's off. There we go. Thank you for joining us on another Tuesday. What am I about to say? Sorry, spacing. We have one of those Tuesdays. We have our slate for the week is we have Frontiers Run this Sunday coming back to you. Tales of Arden returning this Thursday as well. Be on the lookout for that. And Dimensional Dial still being worked on. So we got a pretty full slate this week. Other than that, that will do it for announcements this week. And then on top of that, cast announcements, we have the usual suspects. We have Ren joining us here shortly, but we'll go ahead and start the introduction of our cast with oh my god, I'm really off today.
Hello, it's me, Oho, also known as, you can't see me. My name is Victor, also known as Victor the Story Weaver in certain circles. I play Oho, one of the two brothers who once upon a time, during times of Battle of Yavins and such, worked with the rebellion as the known duo called the Mutthorns, for being incredibly efficient, if not reckless, but getting the job done when it was needed, eventually faking their deaths, trying to live a normal life until they were reeled back in by someone who will definitely get a visit from Oho at some point. And it will be a very quick, brief visit because he's not going to see it coming anyway. And now we are currently apparently in the radar of a very not very known character in the Star Wars universe called Dark Father. I don't know who that guy is. I've seen all the movies, never heard of him. And apparently also some other dude that apparently knows him or he works for called Palpatine. Don't know who those guys are. So I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure that they're not at all like a danger or dark omen about anything that's happening in us blowing up a station and a bunch of Star Destroyers. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine. Take it away, Kish.
Yeah, and the second person who wants to have a word with the ISB agent to why the fuck he sent Core Atlas to see him. Hi everybody, I'm Jay, and I am playing Kesh, the now revealed Chiss agent of the Chiss Ascendancy, and not at all told the Chiss Ascendancy of Voidfire, the Rebellion, or Core Atlas. Totally didn't do that. And yeah, totally not skeptical by this black-clad individual who is coming to say hi. Totally not expecting that, and also, you know, much like our Twi'lek companion, Kesh has done nothing wrong. He nearly did a shootout with his own allies to protect a friend that defended him when he revealed himself. So yeah, totally did nothing wrong.
Hey guys, I'm Dia, also known as DFL.cos on all social media. I play Dove, who is our Zabraki bounty hunter, woman in power armor, can fly, has probably far too many guns, and what we consider wrong is in Eye of the Beholder, methinks. She has her own creed of sorts. What that is, who knows? Does that affect this party? Not particularly. So we'll let that slide.
Hi, I'm Ren. I go by Masquerade on the internet. I play Yigo, who is a Twi'lek scoundrel, who has never done anything wrong, and I take no commentary wrong in his life. I don't know. Ego's still just so happy to be here and going with the vibe.
All right, that will complete the casting of tonight's episode of Star Wars with the 2B Dice Adventures crew. Chav had to, as we all are aware of last episode, Chav has made his way to the planet of Hoth, where a remnants of a rebel base is established and has a well-known cybernetics and cranial expert in the medical field. To help Chav relieve himself of a certain explosive device that was surgically implanted into his skull. Seeking out this doctor via the aid of the Rebel Alliance, has left and will be away for some time for surgery and healing during that process. And our player that plays Rawl is still in the middle of a transition of relocations. So I will continue to act as Rawl on his behalf. And that will do it for our cast announcement. That being said, let us return ourselves to the scene of where we last left off with Core Atlas. The party managed to dispose of the Death Troopers that were aboard the Nothwin Chimera in a daring maneuver. One could say a Tokyo Drift 360 maneuver, with a airlock open, mind you, with a daring rescue maneuver on the behalf of Oho, utilizing his connection to the Force to project Rev Garland from the seated position at the common room table to one of the conference rooms aboard the Nothwin Chimera to situate himself better, it's more securely during the events of a evacuation of a ship in space. During which a struggle ensued. Oho nearly sucked out into the vacuum of space twice. That's a good point. Twice, along with a very resilient Death Trooper sergeant hanging on and nearly attempted to try and. He didn't even get it to try anything. That's right. Had he had the chance to do anything, would have placed a thermal detonator against the hull of the ship and crippled, if not destroyed, the Nothwin Chimera from the inside out. Managed to avoid that little last-ditch effort and returned Rev Garland, the Rebel Alliance leader, cell leader, back to Pauline at Voidfire Outpost. Our crew had assembled and convened with Rev Garland and Major Brell, during which some dirty laundry was aired out. And precautionary measures were levied. And met with some level of resistance by some of the members of Core Atlas, as one of those measures included the temporary detention of Chav Visto, after the revelation that he works or is in the employ of the ISB, much to his dismay. And in an effort to keep Core Atlas unhindered and able to move freely, Chav Visto offered to remove himself from the equation entirely and seek out a doctor to help improve his condition, that being under the thumb of an ISB agent via a explosive device placed in his skull. The Rebel cell leader, Rev Garland, notified him of a well-known doctor, Trayvon Mix, the son of Martin Mix, the cranial expert that Dr. Kurtala suggested the crew seek out at Hoth, on the planet of Hoth, on a remnant rebel base. Chav said his goodbyes to the crew and made his way via the M12L Kimogila heavy starfighter, a Mandalorian starfighter, and traveled to Hoth on his own. Our scene picks back up at Voidfire Outpost as the crew determines what their next steps will be. Do they continue to aid Orc Squad and the Rebel Cell on Falleen? Or do they take their own journey elsewhere? All that and more is to be diced. All right. Our scene, again, returns us to the Voidfire Outpost. It is about, what time did we say? You guys left Banastar Station around 11 a.m. It's a 5-hour journey, so starting from 12, about 5 p.m. at Falleen time. You guys had just watched Chav depart and leave the atmosphere and have convened towards the center of Voidfire Outpost. At this point in time, the base is buzzing with activity as several troops are consolidating gear and equipment, breaking down quick setup towers and lighting equipment and generators, and relocating them to a consolidated space in preparation for transport. You guys find a isolated spot where you'll least likely encounter any traffic as you convene what is your next step in this journey. Do you continue to aid Rev Garland and his troops, or do you guys take your own path, as it were? So, with that being said, how do you want to do this?
Well, wherever the group goes, Kesh goes, because he's been assigned to them for the Voidfire's safety, according to Major Brell, that wherever Core Atlas goes, Kesh has to go and has to be a liaison if we decide to continue helping the rebels and help break out a bunch of pilots to take on Mothawin, which still, that's a big ask, trying to break into a prison planet, but wherever
Yes.
they go, Kesh goes.
Velsavis, you were briefed on lightly. It is a ancient prison planet. The Empire uses it in a low capacity, in a smaller capacity than what it was originally intended for, to house some of its more unsavory criminals. There, you'll be able to find a significant force of pilots that would be necessary in the liberation efforts of Nothwin, as their aviation force is greatly depleted at this time, and they require those pilots. However, you
Does
weren't given
anyone-
the mission. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to speak up. Does anyone else want to confess any pressing matters they want to attend to? Anyone else got a bone we need to defuse or something worth knowing before we go on? Speak now or forever hold your peace, I guess.
You already know my dirty laundry, as some humans put it.
I think Oho has been thinking a lot, and I think that we need these pilots, but also it is just as important to make sure that the rebels on this base are gone out of here as soon as possible. The potential of any of them being taken or information being extracted from them is a risk to us all. So I think that we need to research more about this prison planet. But we also see if there's any way that we can help this base and expedite their departure, as well as keeping an eye on the perimeter. If we have to remember when we first came here, when we encountered Kesh, it was during an ambush that they did to troopers. We also stole ships and a person from the hospital in the city. And now, most recently, a station has exploded, as well as many Star Destroyers have fallen. All of those things, if led to this direction, it's not going to take much longer. So I think that whatever these people need to do to get out of here, they should do the fastest. And we should be doing it the same. Dove, I know that you have contacts in the underground. I do not know if there's any way that you can have more information or ask around about this place in a way that is discreet, so that us asking about this prison place is not going to raise any flags or risk for their security to actually be doubled or increased. Ego, I do not know if there are any contacts that you may have who probably look favorable to you, may be able to give you also some insight perhaps about people who work there, their routes, and any other thing that may be connected to that section. And then he just looks at Kesh. Are you with us? And you can tell that his question is not just like are you with us, like physically, but there's that like, are you with us?
Uncertainly, Kesh actually smirks, like gives a micro gesture as a moment of a sign of trust towards a very observant Oho. My time being so cemented with the rebels has hit a bit of a hiccup. And I seem my skills are much more suited to this very capable crew. Logically, it makes sense. I also have my own contacts. I have my own informants. I can reach out to them for more information. It helps knowing people. And I concur with you, Oho, that everything is being triangulated to this location, or at least to this planet, and many eyes are going to be pointing in this direction. That being said, I'm pretty sure there are certain things we don't want out in the open, even if it was speak now and forever hold your peace. Particularly when it comes to a few of this merry band. So I suggest we try and get through this as quickly as possible. I can help get Oryx Squad fully packed up in a matter of moments, but I don't know if my presence would be overly warranted right now. I feel like we're all here twiddling our thumbs.
So, the way that I see it, we can either leave now, trust the rest of the people here depart, and start getting information, or those of you who have contacts and information can start working on getting those, while simultaneously we help this base get the hell out of here.
I leave it to the group, both are viable.
I wonder what Rawl's mindset would be. Probably to get out of here as quickly as possible. Still lingering.
That actually brings a great point. I think that Oho would discuss with Rawl and potentially with the group too, of making sure that our friend, our dissident that joined us, our little doctor friend, and the doctor, all the ships that we have, to get them out first. So basically, like, if the doctor is ready to move, and what's his name? What name did I give him? Jay. If the doctor is ready to move and Jay is also available to do so, we have a few ships, so we could potentially like send them on ahead of time, because it's not like they're going to be doing much anywhere right now. Like here, it's literally pack and go.
Yeah.
Oho and Cash can have sniper rifles, keep an eye on the perimeter. Dove has all the weaponry. Ego literally can just basically tell somebody, no, you didn't see this. So we have ways to like help if things were to get tricky as they are trying to leave. But I think Rawl and Oho, knowing Rawl's care for the doctor, Cartala would suggest for us to basically have them go on one of our ships ahead.
Yeah. Dr. Cartala would be on light duty. She's recovering pretty well, but it still takes a little time to adjust to a transplant heart. So, knowing that, Rawl would suggest getting her out of the equation as quickly as possible, and getting her loaded onto the VCX. The VCX has the back to tank and everything, so yeah. That being said, he'd take one of the swoop bikes with her, Jay if needed, or if you guys would like him to continue to provide aid to the base for any of the injured folk. He can continue to provide aid, or if you just want him out of the equation just for safety's sake, then he can go with Rawl and Dr. Cartala.
Yeah. So I don't know what Ego and Dove would say, but we're just waiting to see what their input is.
I would think Ego would think it's probably best for Jay and the doc to move together. It doesn't
keep watch on her with a medical expert. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. She seems to be doing all right, but still, in terms of Ego's contacts, would he have ever run that way?
Towards Belsavis?
Yeah.
Belsavis isn't far from you guys, actually, surprisingly. Where'd it go? Get rid of the stupid thing. Where'd it go? I think it's only 4 grid squares, 5 grid squares. Where did I put it? Belsavis, where'd you go? I remember it not being that far away, but I lost it.
Mm. It was more in terms of like goods and services that are provided. Would he would he have potentially been doing some like drop-offs there?
There's
or is it
potential.
more
If you
locked
if
down?
it's a max security prison. So if you're, if Ego's daring enough, he could probably do a smuggling mission operation to Belsavis, but it would have been a risky endeavor for sure. But it's doable. However, it is in the. Where did you go? We're gonna wiki it. Where is Belsavis? I'm surprised I didn't write it down in my book or my notes. Okay, L18. L18 is the grid square. 18 is here. L is here. There it is. Found you. It is on the. Is in between 4 and 3 hyper lanes. 4 and 3 is the Corellian Trade Spire and Rima Trade Route. So you've been down that way a time or two before. A mission to Belsavis specifically. That's depending on how bold Ego has been. But you definitely have been down in that sector.
I'll say then that that he's probably run past it, but not to it. Which, if that's the case,
Tell you what, actually, give me a let's do a check today. Did everybody roll their luck points?
Dark side.
Dark side.
We love to see it.
Two light side. 2 light side on my part.
Nice.
Okay, we're just missing old Vicatad.
Please hold your RPG sessions. It's important to us.
And then we'll have you, Ego, do a. This is a knowledge check. Belsavis would be in the outer rim. So, yeah, give me a hard outer rim check.
Hard outer rim check. Oh, so much dark side.
Just foreboding to the fact that somebody sinister is on their way.
No,
I don't know what you mean, Tarzan.
Stop saying that Chewbacca is sinister. It's cute, adorable.
2 successes, 1 threat. Okay. So, Major exports, Vine Coffee and Vine Silk. You know what? You probably have been to Belsavis a time or two. Because they do ship out Vine Coffee and Vine Silk. Vine Coffee, specifically. A variety of coffee that was notoriously hard to grow. Emperor Palpatine owned farms on various plants that provided the bean. On Belstavis, the vine coffee plant was grown on adjustable platforms built under the artificial dome of volcanic Rift Valley. Oh, nice. Like regular coffee, it can be prepared and dispensed from a coffee machine. Okay, cool. So
good.
yeah, it's got some exports. You know what? They use the prisoner labor as a slave force to produce these exports. Yeah, it's you could have been here a time or two, but you would have been privy to the fact that this is a very tight run facility. Getting in and out of it is not easy. There are a lot of protocols. Yeah. And
Okay. So Ego will communicate. I've been out that way a couple times. Really nice coffee. We're gonna be pretty hard pressed getting in there, so it might be it's gonna be hard. Not impossible, but and I think Ego is going to look at how injured does Oho look.
that's a good point. Everybody got pretty battered.
So the thing about Oho is
Mhm.
Oho didn't really take that much damage. He
Mhm.
just strained himself a lot.
Okay.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that I think Matt actually looked at me with some backed up also.
Yes.
So I don't. I have like 2 points of like actual damage, but my strain is like pretty high. So he looks, maybe he like looks tired. He doesn't look particularly wounded. He just looks a little on the soft tone.
He needs to stay.
Yeah. I think it's the fact that Ego can read that at all. It's why it's like
Absolutely.
we might need to make sure that we're in our best form before we try anything significantly toward. So maybe helping these guys pack up as fast as they can and ship out might be the best next step.
Dove has 2 calls to make. First of all, she usually doesn't make a point to keep in touch with any of her known associates that end up getting themselves caught. If they're gone into the system, they're gone. She doesn't care. That's none of her business. That's their fuck up. That being said, is she aware of any of those who might have gone to this prison planet?
Give me a underworld check. This will be in for you. It'll be let's call it an average difficulty.
3 successes, 2 advantages.
Woo! You have 1 success, 1 advantage. A name in particular stands out. A pirate, smuggling pirate by the name of Hondo Onaka. You have had past dealings with this individual. He is notorious for smuggling weapons and contraband into and out of the most high security spots time and time again. This guy is a wrecking ball of a situation. He definitely stands out as to a name you could potentially follow up on.
Can I get the spelling of the prison planet in the chat again?
This planet or the prison planet?
The prison planet.
Gotcha.
Just for my own pronunciation. Belsavis. She is going to step away from a moment and make a call to Hondo. If he'll
Okay.
pick up. She doesn't normally make calls, but
This
she
is
also
true.
doesn't want this encrypted on file anyway.
This is going to be fun for me. All right. We're calling Hondo Onaka. Whew. This is going to be fun. All right, let's see what he's been up to. The Onaka gang. Okay. As you reach out, it takes a couple rings for a little bit. You're probably on the line for about a good minute and a half, and to the point where you're about to close the call because normally when you're ringing for an extended period of time, the person's probably indisposed. But as you're about to hang up, you hear on the other end a fumbling on the other side of the line as it sounds like it sounds like this individual's in a workshop and just knocked over a tower of equipment, and you just hear the clanging of metal and whatnot, just pure chaos on the other side of the line.
Excuse me. Who is this?
Hondo! Dove,
Yes.
you alone?
Yes, yes, sir. Yes. Get out of here. Go away. I have an important call on the line right now. Go away. Thank you. Yes. Hello.
Dove, I love this voice. It's really hard to understand anything you're saying. It's not getting picked up by the mic because you're moving around so much.
Okay. But what is going on with my voice mod here? Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, Dove just asked him, is he alone? For starters?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Question. No particular import. What do you know about Belsavis?
Melsalvis, Tristan Planet. I've had the pleasure of running some missile tubes out that way a time or two to help facilitate a prison break of sorts. Nasty business. Couldn't stick around long. You know, the Onaka name has a presence to maintain, so we did a bit of a dead drop, and haven't heard anything since. Why? Somebody's putting my name out on.
Your name and your drop is safe with me.
Good. What can I do for you, Dove?
You say you left some things, but did anything come out successfully?
Maybe. I couldn't be too sure. Like I said, the Onaka name has to be protected, so we didn't stick around for very long.
No stowaways that you don't quite remember?
He ponders for a moment. He's trying. You get a sense he's trying to avoid any incriminating language.
I know, that's why she's doing much the same. You're not in trouble, Hondo, but depending on how this goes, I might be, so I thought I'd ask.
Dove, you wouldn't be. You're not the one to lie to me. You wouldn't be particularly interested in a bounty or two that's been placed on my head, no? Is that why
No.
you're calling?
No, you're more useful to me out here and alive, thank you.
A bounty hunter that turns down some credits, that's impressive. Your loyalty cannot be bought, and that is a quality I do admire.
Does he have quite a good bounty on his head at the moment?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
he does.
That is why he's got a high bounty. He's more useful alive.
Hondo is definitely a menace.
Are any of your people inside? Anyone got incriminated recently?
The Onaka gang, several of my men have been caught and imprisoned here and there. Not all in one centralized location. The prison on Belsavis is more of a high max prison. They hold some of the more important prisoners. They would hold any Onaka members there. Not that
No,
I
they
would think.
wouldn't. Surely they'd never. Upstanding name like yourself.
You're so flattering, eh? What interests you have on Belsavis? How can Hondo Onaka be of service to you, Dove?
Apparently, they've got some pretty skilled flyboys in there that'll be better off out here.
Excuse me, or pardon me, but my ears perked up a little bit. Are you suggesting a prison break?
You can interpret it however way you see fit.
The Onaka services could be provided for a reasonable fee, obviously. But, we could come to an arrangement.
Even if you have any suggestions on where a good drop point might be, I'll take that.
Ooh, Hondo's secrets cannot be easily bought, but I will definitely be willing to come to an arrangement of sorts. But let me finish up my business that I have going on now. And then I'll contact you in 2 days' time once my business is complete here, and we'll meet up and talk shop, as it were.
Appreciate it, Hondo. You stay out of trouble in the meantime. I do need you there in 2 days.
Look forward to it, Dove. Have a good evening.
Evening. And that's probably, to the rest of the group, if anyone heard that, one of the most amicable phone calls Dove has ever made in the way she has spoken to anyone, because game recognizes it.
Yeah,
Good news.
Hondo's a menace. He would be a valuable asset.
We love and appreciate him. To the rest of the group, Dove says, good news. My lovely Hondo might be of help. He's still finishing up business, so we have 2 days' time to sort out any of our own affairs or gather more information in the meantime before we meet. It's good to have friends in lower places than even we can reach.
Not
think-
on that part.
This is gonna take like a week.
Say again?
Chav, how long did he say it was gonna take?
He's going to be out of the equation for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Alright.
He's got some downtime for that surgery to recover from.
Sure, cover.
I'm sure he would fly with his brain half out his skull. I think he would do it.
Let's put this over here.
There is also, I think, Oho nods to Dove. And then he adds, I continue to figure out how to best approach this matter, and your contact may give us some insight. One of the things I am definitely thinking that could be helpful as we take the time to prepare is insurrection, rebellion from within. If we cannot first enter the premises or approach in a safely manner, maybe we can make sure that messages and offerings are reached to the right places. to make sure that the message of the rebellion stirs the pot?
I mean, they've got the prisoners out doing farm labor, so anytime they're out of the facility.
Exactly. So we can use those times. Try to spread the message. All we need is to plant the seed.
E puns.
Tarzan, I'm gonna make one call and then do an ability, and the ability is Informant, so once per session the character may reveal a contact who can shed light on a chosen subject.
Ooh.
So I am actually going to go through a flick of contacts and go to one that is, quote, as redacted, but it has a symbol that is equal to the Crimson Dawn.
And it turns out that it's Kesh's mom.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, she gets around. But I reach out to that contact and give the proper clearance, like code phrases, because it's encrypted.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Some
totally.
Dawn contact, huh?
Along with Darth Maul, yeah, totally works side by side with him.
Interesting. Okay. 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 Let me roll up a NPC here. Who's that kid? What an
This is
adorable
an
kid.
ability I have not used yet. I'm very excited I get to use it.
Oh. Chat. I like this one. Okay. Let's go with this guy. Let's see. You have an Abednedo.
Okay.
That is the species. Sentient species native to the planet of Abednedos.
Fair.
Humanoid and mammalian. Their face featured dangling mouth, tendrils, and 2 fleshy nostrils. Kind of like a Selkath, but not as drastic. Not as fishy. More of a cross between a Selkath and a primate
Okay.
cranial structure. This individual. Let's see. Hello. This individual, again, name is redacted, but you reach out to them, and what would you like to know?
In your particular travels, my friend, have you ever heard of the very annoying maximum security planet of Belsavis?
Belsavis.
Surely your organization has contacts everywhere, and where it doesn't, it has members in others.
This individual, dressed in dark garb, kind of like a fur-lined collar, is seated. This guy looks like he holds some level of sway within the Crimson Dawn organization. Postures in a contemplative stature.
And apologies for disturbing you at such a late hour.
You... And what purpose do you have in inquiring on Belsavis?
Just to continue to be a thorn in the Empire's side, as always. There's some individuals that are needed for future operations. I believe someone of your caliber is very much aware of the level of potential allies that are within that prison planet.
We could, we may have interest in liberating some of our people from that planet. Yes.
And my Voidfire also has an interest in liberating certain individuals from that planet as well.
And, to what purpose do you have seeking out my assistance? How exactly would we benefit from each other?
We've benefited from each other's assistance before. Let's put it this way. While getting these individuals out, an extra hand might reach out to people you might have a particular interest in getting out. Ones that I'm sure if any good and standing organizations such as yourselves wouldn't want a weak link in their chain, particularly in that place. Much like ourselves.
And what do you want from me?
Every maximum security prison, planet or otherwise, has a weak spot. Or 2, or 5. Overhearing certain conversations, smugglers have been able to get in and out without being seen. I want to know times. I want to know the measure of a window. If, for say, a planet-wide prison riot was to occur, how much time would someone have to break the chains and set free some poor, poor individuals who have clearly done nothing wrong?
You want our exploits.
It is a heavy ask, I know, but for a planet like Belsavis, you can't ask for anything less. And should you require a high-stake individual to have an accident, you know my services are always available.
Pass us up the chain.
That is all I ask.
I'll contact you.
As always.
And with that, he closes the connection.
I will point out I did that in front of everybody as well. Made sure that the angle was that he couldn't see anybody else, but it was enough for everyone to be aware that there is, much like the high menace that is Hondo Anaka, there's also an equal amount of, like, he can find a way in, and there's a potential for a prison riot to play on what Oho suggested. And I simply just put the comm link away, turn around. Well, more information gets out there, the right people.
I think after that, Oho just has a moment of, let's do whatever we can to haste these rebels and let's get the hell out of here. I think if everybody's in agreement, Dove, Ego, if you can help and assist the rebels and stay on alert, I think Cash and I may benefit from keeping an eye on the perimeters and also staying on scene.
sounds like we're going to be doing a little bit of a time jump here. All right. So, with that, the crew disperses, taking up Overwatch and aiding where they can in preparing gear and equipment, breaking down long-standing structures or defensive positions, Overwatch towers. This operation goes well into the night. It's at that point where the operation still continues, but it's at a slower pace as they let others go down for a rest, while others continue to break down the equipment without sacrificing much of the situational awareness that the security positions have to maintain. That being said, some of you might want to take a rest. Some of you do have injuries. If you do take a rest, you do recover 1 point of wounds. If you have any strain, you recover all strain. If you do not take a rest, you do not benefit from this. But this continues to go on throughout the night till we lost Olvita. Until about 6 in the morning. You guys are all roused once again as the commotion of gear being dismantled and whatnot and consolidated into a centralized location for transport. By this point in time, again, it's 6 a.m., transports begin to arrive. And because of that, the base begins to move with a in sense of purpose, as now that these transports are arriving on site, their position is now compromised and they cannot stay here much longer. So it's at this point everybody is starting to run around like chickens with their heads cut off. Is there anything you guys would like to get done? Or conversations that you want to have with Rev and Brell before departing?
I'm gonna go speak to Auric Squad without Major Brell.
Okay.
So the remainder of like Gil and Elias and whatnot.
I will say
Gotcha.
that after the rest, especially during this time, Moho would have found himself a vantage point, thermal vision on,
Okay.
and he's with his sniper rifle, just keeping an eye on the perimeter with any other person that is tasked with keeping an eye on things, both. And he would be staying in communication also with whatever is the radar and comms section of the base. That probably would be the last thing to go off, because they would be keeping an eye in case there's like anything entering the atmosphere or anything that is like approaching either from above or from the sides. Oho would be like all over that.
It's almost as if you're expecting the worst to happen.
Just waiting. There's an Amazon delivery that Oho's waiting.
Okay. Cash, as you make your way towards Auric Squad's billets, you see as Major Brell makes his way out, holding your position till he clears the area. You advance into the interior, and as you enter the hut or the billet, Auric Squad is practically done packing up. Everybody's just loading up their gear, loading up their packs, getting ready to head out the door. As you enter, all the members of our squad kind of stop in their tracks and freeze for a moment as they look at you.
Well, don't stand to attention on my part.
Elias, Gil, and Sathar just silently watching you.
You half expected me to pull out a blaster and start shooting?
Elias kind of lets out a chuckle.
Because clearly I am that type of agent that would open fire on allies.
Sorry, Cash. It's just we have orders to limit interaction with you.
I'm going to be perfectly honest, Elias, since when have any of us ever followed orders to the letter?
When it comes to unknown factors,
Well, this has been one of the things that I have been less than enthusiastic to go towards. Anything you wish to say above your chest that is within the confines of your orders, might as well say it now.
yeah, it's been an honor serving alongside you.
I was more referring to if any of you are going to attempt to punch me or scream profanities at me, because I have been holding, by my own orders, a well-guarded secret.
You're a soldier. You had to do what you had to do.
Oh, by the way, Gil, if Major Brow dies, you'll not be in command.
Fair. That's fair.
All I am going to say is good luck, and don't any of you die dare in the line of duty.
We wouldn't be in ARC squad if the risk of death wasn't part of the deal.
You get my meaning.
You don't go dying either.
If I do die, just believe it's fake.
Sorry it had to be this way.
In a group of everything that we do, I am surprised none of you figured it out sooner, to be completely honest.
Oh.
I see
When
that-
we move around as much as we do, it's kind of hard to keep track of other people's comings and goings.
I say that in the highest respect, I might add.
Well, if you have anything you want to say to Major Brell, he just made his way towards command.
I have nothing to say to him.
Be safe out there, Cash. And may the force be with you.
That's almost like saying best of luck, but none of us believe in luck. At that point, Kesh just turns around and leaves.
All right, you make your way out. As you make your way out, Orc Squad falls just a couple steps behind you and makes their way towards their staging area for Orc Squad. They would be by the occupier tank. They're getting that asset for sure. That's their new toy.
Going from one tank to blowing up 3 Star Destroyers.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys consolidate as well. By this point, you hear over the PAs the order to initiate evacuation. And by that point, the command center is completely broken down. Any leftover equipment is ordered to be destroyed on immediately via incendiary grenade, and everyone begins to load onto their respective transports. The Core Atlas crew loading up onto their respective shuttles, freighters, patrol boats, starfighters, Oryx Squad onto their troop transports, carriers, and so on and so forth. And everyone begins to make their way out of the atmosphere of flying.
I
Go
will
ahead.
suggest that we do not take the same path to the atmosphere as the rest of the base.
Oh, everybody's dispersing.
Just in case. I don't want this to be like, oh, we're all going together on this exit.
No.
Let's guys all kumbaya.
Yeah, no, it's like it's a bloom effect. It's essentially, everybody's flying off in different directions.
The equivalent
in the-
version of scatter.
Yeah, especially with high profile members of the Rebel Alliance. Everybody flying in the same direction at the same time runs the risk of capture. So
I
Yeah.
would say we don't have to figure out like a name or anything specific right now, but I would say that probably by now the group would have probably figured out a rendezvous point, so that once we basically exit the atmosphere and we jump into like there's no like talking or lingering afterwards. Is as soon as we can jump into hyperspace, we're jumping. We're like going separate directions and then meeting all together in specific coordinates for us to like rendezvous and actually like talk shop.
okay. That being said, what would your guys' heading be? You can go towards the core worlds, further out into the outer rim. What's the game plan? This is your guys' show at this point.
I would say probably going out into the outer rim might be more advantageous, because the outer rim is a area to get a little bit just like disappear within the confines of various different outer rim worlds.
You guys can make your
Also-
way to Tatooine, Geonosis,
I mean,
Ryloth.
we did discuss Nal Hutta at one point.
Make your way to
Tell-
Nal Hutta.
Hmm.
Could do that.
Because as Dove pointed out last session, a alliance with the Hutts would be majorly beneficial towards them, and so if we get that ball rolling, it might be a bit of a beneficial to
Uh-oh.
get that, to take that initiative.
Okay, so we're making our way to Nal Hutta then.
And
Oh, there we go.
I will also say, Kesh has some abilities in galaxy mapping and doing astrogation charts and piloting. So I can, if everyone's okay with me being in the temporary pilot seat of the Mothwin Chimera,
Co-pilot maybe.
yeah, I'm comfortable with the co-pilot, to be
Yeah.
completely honest.
You can help with the astrogation. I
Yeah.
think that Oho would let Raul do the
Hmm.
co-piloting just because Raul.
Roll's piloting the VCX.
Never mind then. And do we still have the Imperial shuttle?
No, that's going to be in the possession of the Rebel Alliance.
Okay.
Probably safer that way.
Yeah. So Chav took my Mandalorian ship.
Mhm.
Oh, Raul is piloting their ship. Ego has their ship. Dove has their ship. So I guess it's me piloting the Nathoi.
Mhm.
Oh
mean-
my lord!
You were given the keys.
I know. It just dawned on me that it actually wasn't just like a symbolic. It's like I actually have.
No,
To, I have to.
you're
pilot.
expected now. I
It'll
hope.
be fine. It'll be fine, guys. I promise. I only failed my piloting license test. Only 10.
Right, so Oho is going to be pressing a bunch of buttons, and Kesh is the one that is going to be the one flying. Got it.
Actually, probably I'm not that bad at piloting because.
Yeah.
Everybody, go ahead and give me a average astrogation check to navigate to Nal Hutta. Not the one. Wrong.
Average difficulty. Okay. Thankfully, because of Planet Mapper, I can remove setback die, even though we didn't get a setback die. But oh well.
Setbacks are for like environmental checks.
Yeah.
If you're
Hey!
astragating while in a asteroid field or something like that.
Well, I picked up a triumph, so I got 2 successes, 1 advantage, and 1 triumph.
I guess that tracks. Rawl's probably the slowest out of everybody. He is driving the slower ship out of everyone. Dove, you succeed. You know, pilot check from Oho, or astrogation check from the Nothuan Chimera, and the you failed. Both Rawl and Ego failed their respective checks. Oh, you failed by 2. How does the smuggler fail an astrogation check?
I don't know, Tarzan.
I think Ego has been looking at Oho too much.
If anything, that should have helped me. I would have kept you in my sight. I wouldn't have gotten lost.
Ego was flying behind Rawl, and that's how Ego got lost. It's nothing catastrophic. You guys just you and Rawl Rawl's the second to last to finish. You are the last to arrive at Nal Hutta. You actually you arrived before Oho. What's with you guys? None of you guys can
I'm sorry.
do an aspiration check.
What part of Oho's story so far has led you to believe that he will grab a map and just be like, I got you, boo? That is not...
This is what the droids are for.
He doesn't usually do. If he wants to go somewhere, he'll hitch a ride and nobody will know.
That's a good point. You do have Scuttle on that ship. Scuttle would probably have taken over the co-pilot seat because that's his usual duties.
I mean, more often than not, if there is a droid aboard a ship, usually the droid is the one doing the astrogation.
Where is Scuttle? Did I accidentally removed him? I can't believe I did that.
Tarzan kills caught up.
Where's the droids? Give me my droids.
Archie drops to the floor, screaming.
There you are, Scuttle. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, Scuttle actually sucks ass at astrogation, so it's probably better that you did it. Yeah. He's got 1 ability to die in astrogation.
I push Scuttle out the way, sit in the co-pilot seat, and just activate the astrogation chart. And with the triumph, the 2 successes and 1 advantage, I activate hyperspace.
Yeah. I gotta get the droids all back in here. Uno, let's get him back in. We need Reaper. And that's gonna do it. Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey.
Reaper.
Well, Reaper's on the VCX with the Brawl. That's a good point. Fucking Reaper. What's his astrogation? Is it better than Rawls?
I'm afraid that if Reaper
No.
tries to do astrogation, he's just going to end up blowing all the ships of the rebels that are currently trying to leave.
That being said, they would have been able to add a boost die. Oho, you can add a boost die to your check with either Scuttle or Kesh's help. I'm gonna roll a boost die for Rawl, for Reaper.
That is a no, sir.
You're the last to show up. And so
We are taking our time.
you guys are definitely taking your time. This is a 4 grid square travel, so that's about 5 days travel. You guys are everybody is taking the full 5 days. There's no short cutting time, so it's a 5-day travel. That being said, if there's anything you guys wanted to do in the downtime, I'm gonna get back to you on your message, Dove. I gotta concentrate on what I'm reading. It's hard to do while I'm talking. But in the meantime, if there's any downtime activities like working on gear, making phone calls, which would have taken place with Dove and Hondo during that travel time, and we'll cover that in the after the break. But is there anything else that you guys want to take care of before we go to break?
I don't know if this is something that is doable for Raw, but there is such thing as improving a lightsaber's sunder,
Mm-hmm.
amongst other things. So
You got to get the mod for it. So you got to do some shopping to get to improve it, to get the parts and materials. So it is doable. You just got to get parts.
So in that case, I think what Oho would do, I don't know if mechanically there'll be anything for it, but I think what, in a way, in this 5 days, what Oho is actually doing is being more studious and mindful about both astrogation and piloting. As
Gotcha.
he knows that, like Chav is out for a bit and he may need to be piloting the ship for a while, so he's actually taking it like more seriously than just like hitchhiking a ride and then bolting. So yeah, I think it's just going to be much more diligent and focused. Kesh would probably notice that like he's taking the concept of handling the Chimera like extremely serious.
I like it. Okay. So I am making Onakazan, a Amazon store for Star Wars. Oho, give me a what would this be? Underworld check, hard difficulty, to try and find what parts you would need for your lightsaber to improve it. Let's do weapons for now, boost die, blah, blah, blah. This is Onaka Enterprise, so we'll give you 2 boost die. And streetwise is probably a 5. 5.
So you said a hard underworld?
Hard Underworld, yes.
Before I do that, I also would like to say that one thing that, and we don't need to spend too much time on this if it doesn't have anything of that much relevance, but I think Oho would have attempted to find a way to maybe check in on Eliza.
Ooh. We'll get back to that. Okay. Ooh, okay. We got some cool toys here.
Is 0 successes 1 threat?
Sorry, buddy.
It's okay.
Yeah. Onakazan doesn't have what you need. Go ahead.
What is the current temperature of, since we're going to Nalhata, of Nar Shaddaa?
In what context?
Like if I reach out to Slade, and I'm like, so you remember when we last left,
Mhm.
and I was like, get off the moon. What did a war happen, or is it fine?
I can answer that question for you after my next call.
This is true. That being said, let's go to break. I gotta do some catching up on some messages. In the meantime, we'll be back in about 5 minutes. Get yourselves resituated, refreshed, all that good stuff, and we'll continue the rest of this journey with 2B Dice Adventures. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Edge of the Empire. I'm your Galaxy Master, Daddy Tarzan, and we are so excited to bring the story to you guys. During the break, I had to do a little contemplating on some inquiries, and I believe we came to a reasonable understanding of each other. Do not trust. That being said, our story picks up in transit on the way to Nar Shaddaa / Nal Hutta. By this point, we probably had finished up the conversation on the second day of travel between Dove and Hondo, illustrating that their intended destination is Nal Hutta. Is it Nal Hutta or Nar Shaddaa?
Well, Caltho was on Nar Shaddaa.
Correct.
Unless he relocated. Caltho is one she would approach as the one she has the closest affiliation to.
Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah. Illustrating to Hondo that your guys' intended destination is now Nar Shaddaa to meet up with Caltho. As to the current political climate of Nar Shaddaa, the war that you were warning Slade about over did transpire. However, it wasn't as large. It wasn't a large scale war. It was just a elimination effort to uproot the operations that was it Crimson Dawn that was operating? No, it was Black Sun. Black Sun that was operating on the planet. It was just a extermination effort to get rid of the foothold that Black Sun had on Nar Shaddaa to undermine the Hutts. There was probably a bit of a rumble, and the planet was probably more than likely put on lockdown for a time. However, the nature of the operation was a small scale operation, so they laid siege on that operation to the point where they became confident that the operation has been eliminated to its full extent. So, say again?
The Pikes?
It was the Pikes, that's right. It was the Pikes, not the Black Sun.
Yeah.
The Pikes. Man, it's been a minute. Pikes. Yes. So during which once the Hutts were confident that the Pike operation was quelled, operations continued as normal. The Pikes didn't have enough of a foothold to put up a fight should the Hutts crack down on. So nothing crazy, but yeah, the planet was probably on lockdown for a little bit while the Hutts were clearing them out. So yeah.
I quite distinctly remember a lot of the Hutts getting murdered, but that's neither here nor
Doesn't
there.
know that.
Huh?
The public doesn't know that. Only select few people know that.
Sure.
Hutts are covering that shit up like a motherfucker. Still a few of them still alive. That being said, you contacted Slade during the travel, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, he would have told you. He would have told you the whole situation. Yeah, that it wasn't that big of a deal. The planet was on lockdown for a little bit while the Hutts exterminated the Pikes, and the planet continued moving on 2 or 3 days later.
Lovely.
Yeah, so Slade's biggest inquiry with you was when you arriving to Nar Shaddaa, as he has gear that he wants moved, that your crew promised to move for him.
Yes, that was a thing. It's been a hectic time.
It has. So yeah, he's excited that you guys are on your way because he has contraband he needs moved. And then Dove, you contact Caltho, letting him know that you guys are on your way.
Formally requesting an audience for a business proposal.
As obviously, you don't get Caltho directly, but you do get his dojo, whatever his secondhand person
Secretary.
is. His secretary.
I thought you were saying Doja Cat for a second. I was like, what?
Kajik is the crime syndicate. What's a Hut's fucking secretary's name? I can't remember. We'll figure it out later. But yeah, his secretary tells you that Caltho will be expecting you, and he is planet side, so you'd be able to meet with him once you arrive on planet. That being said, Kajidik is a criminal organization. But yeah, you guys finish traveling the distance, another 3 days, and you arrive the atmosphere to Nar Shaddaa / Nal Hutta, and make your arrival.
Can I say
Obvious.
very quickly that while Oho and Kesh are in the cockpit,
Mhm.
Kesh during those 3 days is actually going to have a conversation with Oho,
Ooh.
if Oho is comfortable with that. As he's there, just like making sure that the final checks are in place and that we're on route, no deviations. So, I heard stories of magicians across the galaxy. Didn't expect I'd be in the same place as one.
You're a little too old to believe in magicians.
Well, it's not every day you see one wielding a weapon of legend.
You didn't. I would like to point out and remind you that you just saw the equivalent of.
I saw a handle.
You saw a hilt. You saw a hilt
Yeah.
with some translucent kind of energy, or chakra
Yeah.
cleansing energy.
Yeah, but still, it's one of those things of like, well, whether I saw it or not, it was intriguing to see a moment of history.
I think you are making it more than what it is.
I'm not. I'm just stating that it's not every day you see something like that. And it does answer a few questions that I had on the nature of certain abilities that you have. But I'm not going to press into how you learned or where you learned from or whom you learned from, because that type of conversation is dangerous even in casual conversation.
What do you want out of all of this, Cash?
Simply pointing out that since we're now traveling together, I understand the weight of such a secret. And it's not one that I will share.
Good.
And I also understand the danger of such abilities in this day and age.
Things being dangerous hasn't changed for me or my brother in a long, long time.
I can only imagine the amount of danger you and your brother have rapidly avoided with such abilities.
You know, when I ask you what do you want out of this, I didn't mean this conversation.
How you all found me, the interest that your non-allied individual in the ISB took interest in me has piqued my curiosity, and how they knew me by name also raises a lot of questions.
The individual that got us the information is resourceful individual, one of the leaders of the ISB, the person who put that bomb in Chad's head. And if you are wondering, don't worry. I'm saving a blaster shot with his name.
Well, so long as I can have an opening to have a conversation with the individual, as well as giving you a clean shot, I say that's an equal trade.
No promises.
Nor am I expecting any. But to answer a bigger question as to what do I get out of this and what my intention is, that is now unclear.
I don't know what your Chiss ascendancy people may be after in the long run. I do not know what tugs of power or struggle or power-hungry leaders you may have in your group. All that I want you to know, Kesh, is that I only care about getting my brother through this and out of this. And if at any point any of your people decide to try to reel me in, me or my brother, I will make sure that what happens to the Chiss will be a moment in history to remember.
Then, since we're speaking plainly, if such a moment occurs, I won't be alive to see that, because something would have happened to make me compromised, to the point that they would send additional agents to figure out what happened to me, and I am one cog in a major wheel.
Then I guess you should be happy about the fact that you're not going to be alive to miss the rest of them as they fall. Do not fight big battles, Kesh. I have never cared. I don't care about the rebellion. I don't care about the empire. I don't care about power. I don't care about wizards. There's only been one thing that I remember since the time that I was able to remember something, and that is my brother. And before I am dead, I will give him the opportunity to live a life where he's not on the run.
Pretty sure if I asked your brother, he'd give the exact same answer in that regard.
I spent a long time away from my brother to dare think that I know what his answer would be. I'd like to think that I know him, but I think I owe it to him to know that he is his own person. And I think that's probably the only time, Kesh, that you may ever see, as Ojo is just looking into the distance ahead of him in the hyperspace. A brief moment where you see something akin to sorrow, like seem to flicker as the light of the hyperspace bounces off Ojo's face for a moment and then it's gone.
That is fair. Truth be told, I care little for the rebels and the Empire fighting each other and bleeding each other dry till the end of the universe. I really don't care. I was merely just pointing out on a moment of curiosity. My own personal curiosity. And even though you don't care about major conflicts, you seem to be dragged into them quite heavily.
Some say that the best way out is through. So I will get through whatever I have to.
Then I'll make you this promise. I'll make sure you get through it alive.
You can't promise that.
There's a lot I can promise, and I can promise to try.
Just fight for whatever you want to fight for, Kesh. Trust me, I know what it's like to try to fight for a calling you think is righteous, or to try to fight on behalf of people that make you feel like you belong. But at the end of the day, the Empire falls, a new republic rises, a new underbelly grows, and eventually it bursts, and the cycle repeats over and over. If that is what you want to fight for, then fight for it. But if you want to fight for the sake of finding out what else can there be out there, then fight for that.
I fight for my home.
That's good enough.
It is. It has to be.
I hope your fight leads you to what you want.
As I hope that your fight leads you to what you want. Whatever that may be.
Let's just go through.
Well, about to go through it anyway.
And I think there's a moment where you see that Oho is seemingly trying to make a call. You actually have noticed that he once more seems to press on something like he's trying to make a call. And then you see that this is not the first time throughout the trip, throughout the journey, he has attempted to seemingly contact someone and no response has happened. And there's a little bit of concern. You don't really see it, but you know it's enough as you would know, like the concept of reaching out, no response, reaching out, no response, reaching out, no response, and then there's just that moment of quiet breath. And I don't know if there would be a way to know, Tarzan, of whatever last whereabouts or any intel about Eliza that I would have known last, but Oho would attempt to get whatever information he can.
Good. Give me. We'll come back to that. Hold on to that. By this point, we're gonna go to the surface of Nar Shaddaa as Dove and company, or just Dove making their way to the Hut Palace.
Dove and company.
Okay. Dove and company, you guys make your way into the palace of the Hut Council. It is a grand scale structure. It's a giant eyesore of a place. Very self-indulgent, grandstanding structure. You guys make your way in, and you're brought before, very ostentatious. Brought to the Hut Council chamber. This chamber is very large in scale. However, you can't help but question the need for it, as you are greeted by only a single hut, Caltho, a hut that you've once met before on the planet of Bespin. The individual previously described as a malnourished in appearance hut, very slender, unsightly so, hut, wearing a gold and black robe with gold trim. He greets you warmly as you all arrive, and but his focus remains more so directly on Dove as she steps forth.
Calvo, good to see you again. And she greets him in Huttese. In doing so, she's looking around to keep an eye on which guards are still present and whether he looks like he's been injured at all as of recently, given what she knows has been going on.
Give me a hard perception check.
Perception. Did that roll anything? I'm not seeing anything.
I gotta refresh. Hold on. Yes, 2 successes, 4 threats. Everybody seems to be in good, healthy condition. He's got the usual grunts in his employ. A lot of Gamorreans, a couple mercenaries here and there. One notable face stands out is Carrick, the bounty hunter that you once met before on Bespin. Seems to be returned into employ of Caltho in your absence.
That was my recommendation. Good.
And Carrick, seeing you, gives you a courteous nod in acknowledgement. And I don't. Did Carrick meet the others?
Ego, maybe. We were all in the cantina. Whoever was there at the time.
Right. Yeah, you guys were all there. I just don't know if Oho made his presence known or not.
I do not think I did.
So yeah, he just recognizes you and Ego, and Caltho greets you warmly.
Dove, what can I do? What brings you to my side of the galaxy?
Business this time. It's good to see it is, but you've done well for yourself.
Yes. We had a bit of a hike up infestation. Thank you for your recommendations and employees.
You're buzzing out, my bird.
He thanks you for your recommendation of employments.
Good to see that they've done their job well. My companions and I, we come bearing a message, actually, a proposition from what could be unexpected allies.
Ooh.
There are members of a rebellion who are hoping to extend an olive branch.
Okay. Where is Caltho? I lost him. He's gonna be on Jill Vyaden. Where is he? Bitters, that's right. Bitters, Caltho, there you are. Go away. Clone. Okay. Sorry, can you repeat that? I was so lost in trying to find Caltho.
You're so good. Dove has just expressed that there are those who would extend what might be an unexpected alliance if he is interested in working in partnership with some of the rebels. With the rebels, I should say. It would be of mutual benefit towards a looming enemy, one could say. No one really likes the Empire in these parts.
Associating with one side of a war or the other tends to not be lucrative business. You know that, Dove.
I also know this isn't exactly the best time to be choosy about who we can keep close.
Give me a negotiation check.
Why would you do that?
This is gonna be fun. I like this one. All right.
It was kind of a threat, wasn't it? Can I argue coercion?
Coercion works too. Yeah. This is gonna be. I'll give you 2 boost die for. I'm assuming you're alluding to the events that transpired within these halls. Okay.
Yes, there's a reason why I gave very specific recommendations as to who should be keeping watch over. Who's actually Dove's favorite hut at the moment?
Yeah, so go ahead and take 2 points, 2 boost die to your check. This will be, you're doing coercion, so this would be discipline. So this would be a hard difficulty with a challenge of 3.
Okay. Would you like me to add those dice, or would you like to roll?
I'll roll it on my own. That's fine.
Okay, no worries. Three successes, 5 advantages, 2 triumphs.
Sheesh. Against 3 failures. Whew. You do have you guys have another triumph pocketed from earlier. If you would like to cash that in.
Sure.
All right. That's 1 success. with 5 advantages. Holy shit.
And also, one would argue, to help us along, Calfo has worked with Dove long enough that she's not really one for the likes of moral alliances. It has to be something of mutual benefit, otherwise she's just straight up not interested in any
Right.
of this. The fact that she's come forward with this suggestion, is on board with presenting this to him directly,
Right.
says
He you see Caltho become immediately uncomfortable with this alluding to events that have transpired previously in these halls. His eyes immediately go to the now patched over saber scoring marks that once decorated these halls. You can see his eyes just darting to each spot that had been worked over. And there's a visible nervousness to it.
I would say that Oho probably is doing what he usually does, which is he probably has kept to the back of the group to be able to read all the micro gestures and all the things, not just from Caltho, but from whoever are the other like enforcers around. And seeing Dove's negotiation tactic and catching Caltho's reactions and eyes darting to these different locations, I think Oho would be currently just keeping an eye also on the enforcers. He just wants to make sure that like Caltho is not going to get riled up or may end up saying something or ordering something that he might regret.
Dove, you see, you've worked with Caltho enough to know that the slug is very stubborn in his ways for the most part, mainly due to the fact that he usually likes making deals. He likes creating deals. He doesn't like being presented with deals. It's a stance of power for him. So you present this opportunity to him, and it's very obvious that he's uncomfortable due to the fact that it's not something that he had facilitated or created. It's being brought to him, and that doesn't sit well with him. But you do notice that he seems to be receptive, given the circumstance. It's just there is a level of reluctance to move further with it.
To which Dove would go forward to say, "This would be an opportunity to request a boon of your own choice of him. When this was presented to us to carry to you, I had already inquired as to how willing they might be to facilitate assistance on your end, to which they were agreeable. It seems there's dark times ahead, and the enemy of your enemy is your friend, even for those whose paths don't normally cross."
The council may be inclined to hear their offer. But we will have to hear these terms from them, obviously.
Understandable.
You may pass on the word to your contacts. Tell them they may reach out to us.
And if I may, Calvar, how many are left that I might pass my respects And she's phrasing that in a way that inquires, how many are actually left of the council?
I'm going to say with Oho being there, Oho, you get a very unsure reaction as he does not seem to know. But he does not say it. He just he doesn't say outright. But he does respond. There are many of us, to be sure. An exact number I cannot give to you, as that is delicate information that needs to be protected.
Dove nods in understanding. Pleasure as always. Good to see you in good health.
Mind you, this is all in
Garrett.
Huttese, so I don't know how many of you actually speak Huttese, but
That's alright.
yeah.
In betrayed speak, she's going to call out to Carrick and say, come get a drink with us sometime again.
Yeah, appreciate the recommendation. It was a nice little bonus to the income. I owe you a drink, for sure. What have you been up to this whole time?
I think it'll be a long story and you'd be hard-pressed to believe me, so that's a story for another time.
We'll save it for a drink.
I'll leave you both to your business. And once again, her final...
All right. Any of you have any words to exchange with the rest of the group, or are you guys making your way out of the palace?
Following Dove's lead.
I think for effect, as Dove turns, and then Ego follows and Kesh follows, Oho's figure remains staring at Caltho. And it's just this, like, he's like masked, he has the hood, and it's just the eyes, and there's the glint of the glow of his cybernetic eye. And it's just this, like, very cold, even stare. It's basically I'm looking at you. This is my way of being like, fucking try. Try to fuck us in any way. This is the face you're gonna see last. This is there's no words because he doesn't speak Huttese. He wouldn't bother with words. It is just this like quiet, shadowy figure in this dark outfit, and that glint of the eye, one of the eyes, just staring at Caltho for a moment. And he's just gonna hold that for a little bit, just make sure that it lands before he would proceed to follow the rest of the group.
Go ahead. For effect, give me a coercion check. Same difficulty. Three challenges. Let's see if you...
What's the difficulty?
3 challenges.
Oh, 3 challenges, so 3 red.
Correct.
And then, hey, Dove, you know that you can use advantages and stuff? Should I take those advantages? You want to give me those advantages, Dove?
Sure, I can use them.
Oh,
It's
my
not how-
goodness.
It's not how this works.
That's pretty much how it works, because that was the last
Oh.
one that happened.
Dove gets advantage by virtue of being a Zabrak for coercion.
So technically
The
speaking, Dove got 5 advantages in her last roll, which I think grants me like 2 boost time? Or
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
or 2, what is it? Is it boost time or, yeah.
Sure.
You're acting next, so technically you get all of them individually.
So how many are those?
5?
So 5 blue die to add to this?
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
Good thing I also have one already in my coercion.
So a black robed figure comes walking in.
No, Vader, you wait your turn.
Ugh.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn. That's 6 successes, 2 threats, 1 triumph.
Who's a threat?
That's fair. Yeah, you definitely instill a level of unease into Caltho, and the stare is strong enough to affect some of the Gamorreans standing nearby. However, as you continue to maintain this menacing presence, Carrick steps forth, imposing himself in between you and Caltho, kind of giving you this his own menacing stature.
I will say already, Oho does not even look at him. Oho is looking at Caltho. He sees that the message lands with Caltho, and then he turns around and leaves.
Or you're trying to terrorize poor Caltho. All right. You guys make your way outside of the palace of the huts and into the city of Nar Shaddaa.
Once again, in the trade speak, Dove just comes around to say, honestly, that went really well. Caltho is happy to hear other terms, but it has to come from the Alliance themselves. Understandable enough. The fact that he's open at all is good news.
Well, I mean, he's
Also
always had a
noticed the
soft
Jorah
spot
Gullies.
for you.
Oh yeah, Rawl was with you guys, and that motherfucker was trying to take down the whole fucking palace by himself.
Well, Ross. No, Ross. No.
Just considering that
No,
we
we
have,
don't talk about that.
yeah, we don't talk about Rawl. No.
No, there was no mention of him, therefore he was not here.
This is true. He stayed back with the doctor.
I would have told him. Dove wouldn't have let him into the palace.
He was
because
planning
he was
explosives on the outside of the castle district.
Like,
Remember,
Rawl,
we don't know each
no. Sit.
Right,
Back.
Yeah.
stand.
Yeah, he would have stayed back. We're gonna keep him back at the ship with Dr. Cortala.
Threat of actual violence.
So that being said, you guys are back out into the city. You guys have the galaxy at the palm of your hands at this time. You guys want to do any shopping, or you guys want to immediately take on the side mission that Slade is expecting from you guys to fulfill, or any side interests that you guys would like to pursue?
I mean, Oho currently he would probably seek out a way to either try to contact Eliza again or see if there would be any message that she may have left coded or hidden somewhere in their communications, something that may hint to him either somewhere to go, something to listen to, something to read, etc. So he would be keeping an eye, listening to the group and see what the group says and everything, but he currently is also
Distracted, yeah.
keeping an eye on that. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I gotta look at my notes, which she'd been up to. How about the rest of you? What other interests that are there? Where's my...
Upon Dove saying that the Rebel Alliance needs to reach out, Kesh is going to leave a coded message to Rev Garland directly to basically inform him the hut known as Caltho is open to negotiations of a mutual beneficial partnership going forward, but the Rebel Alliance need to be the one to reach out first. Like, they need to reach out to Caltho. Just so that way that ball is now fully rolling and it's now in the Rebels' court.
They need to negotiate between themselves. Our job here
Yeah.
is done.
Gotcha.
And
Alright.
and Major Burrell did say that Kedros has to be the liaison between Core Atlas and the rebels, so he's doing what he's been instructed to do.
Sounds delightful. Okay, you get that message out. Cool. Gotcha. Ego, any plans on your end?
He's desperately trying not to say cantina.
Do it.
I should probably check in with Slade first. But how about, we just got through a very harrowing experience, all of us. And I feel like after all of those long, long days of travel, if we could just sit down and have a drink or four, might be, it might be nice. We build a little camaraderie.
That's fair. You guys could hit up a couple spots. Red District. One of the casinos. What are we
Maybe
feeling?
Crawl out of the casinos.
Oh yeah, yeah. This dude was over here shaking the boat over here.
The side quest mission thing, what was it exactly?
Slade needs some contraband shipped at your guys' expense.
Did he say what pay? Is that a pay or is that a trade?
It was part of the deal for Rawls fucking droid.
I think Ojo is actually going to check the area and look for any financial opportunities because Ojo has literally 0 credits.
Ooh.
Oh, you
So whether
I'm sorry.
it's like some fight pit or some other thing that is in this place,
Mhm.
Ojo will be pursuing something to start getting himself some.
Fight pit, you say?
Can we assist with
I'll
that? I
fight.
feel
I'll
like-
fight Jeremy Allen White. I don't care.
Can we assist with it? We could probably point him in the right direction.
You definitely could. With the aid of Ego and Dove, you guys would be able to find just what you're looking for. Let's see. Where is it? It's not the Slag Pit. Slag Pit is a well-known bounty hunter hangout spot. Cantina on Narshada in the Corellian sector owned by Adrel Vorbal. Along with the Meltdown Cafe, the Burning Deck, it was one of the moon's 3 more popular bounty hunter hangouts. So yeah, the Slag Pit has a more small scale fighting ring. It's a popular bounty hunter spot. What other spots would there be? Let's see. The Undercity, obviously, you could find some larger scale fighting rings down there, but the pay is not as good.
Yeah, he'd be looking for whatever is a high pay opportunity.
Let's go with. If you're looking for fight in the Space Barn, what's this? No, narrow tunnels. The chute. This is a smuggler spot. Okay. So yeah, your best bet's going to be the Slag Pit, for fighting rings. Otherwise, there's enforcer work. There's plenty of opportunities for transporting goods and services and people. Tell you what, go ahead and give me a hard streetwise check.
Are we helping?
Yeah, you guys could help too if you wanted to.
So what do I add for the help? Boost die?
2 boost die, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you guys have a fuck ton of triumphs you can cash
Do you
in.
mind if I borrow triumph for this?
It can get you some money.
We'll take one. Let's do it.
All right. You find as you're walking through the streets, you're going through the casino district. A lot of people like to meet up here and exchange business contacts while enjoying some light gambling, some good drinks, so on and so forth. And you come across this human individual, 6'2", appears about 32 years old, slender but athletic build. He's got short blonde hair with like a medium fade style, dressed like very ostentatiously. He's got this navy blue three-piece suit. Some light piercings across the face and over his ears. This individual by the name of Camion Sheets comes across as very pompous, arrogant. Has a small security detail escort with him, and you hear him. You come across him as he's looking for people to escort some cargo. And as you inquire with him, he's a little apprehensive about going into full detail with you, as I mean, he knows nothing about you. So you guys press into this, or do you guys let it go?
Get it, amigo.
We press.
Okay. So we are sitting in the. What's our scene? We're gonna put us in the Star Cluster Casino. Camion has a martini glass in hand, very seated leisurely in a very power stance position, just leg spread. He's got a Twi'lek dancing girl on his shoulder, security detail, and the rest of you get comfortable at his table as you guys continue to talk business with him. So, enlighten me. What sort of experience do you have in moving contraband?
Camion, right?
Yes.
Fucking yes. Oh, I'm gonna kill him. See, here's the thing. My group, these lovely people that I travel with, have more experience combined than I think anyone you'll have met before. And I'm not saying that just to be facetious and, prop myself up, prop them up. I really think that you will not find anyone in the Outer Rim or beyond as swift, stealthy, and capable as this group.
It's quite an impressive resume you've built up for yourself.
I'm not giving exaggeration.
Any missions that you've may have taken on that I might have heard of in this within this organization you call yourselves?
I'm going to look towards Dove. Do I tell him about the one to Tatooine or no? How much trouble are we gonna be in for that one still?
Tatooine. It's been longer
Yeah.
than what, 6 months? Worse
Okay.
things would have happened.
Great.
I think
Uh,
Oho is just, you're going to hear Oho after this
Mhm.
question, as you just hear this masked individual just go, the reason why we do a good job is because you don't know about them.
Give me a charm check.
Charm!
You did it. You took it. You
I
took
will
it.
say, Kesh is there just calm and collected, but is going to add a boost die as a help to Oho.
This is going to be a hard difficulty with a challenge of 2.
This is not going to happen. This
I'll give
ain't
you a
happening.
boost die from Kesh, a
It'll
boost die
happen,
from
it'll happen.
Ego, and a boost die from Dove, as they have been propping you guys up pretty well so far. And then I'll give you a boost die on top of that because of your little snippet of we do a good job because we don't get caught.
And you said charm, right? Like you don't want
Correct.
You don't want me to choose some other social skill, right?
Nope. Because
Yeah.
you're trying to make a good impression on this guy.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. Nope.
Oh God.
So
Ay.
you see him kind of close up a little bit. Even the best of movers have some sort of trail, some notoriety. And I don't know anything about you.
How much do you know about the Farlene throne incident?
It's the city on the planet of Falim. Am I supposed to be impressed by this?
Not aware of the unfortunate accident?
Accident of what are you alluding to?
I look over at Ego with the look of, gotta try, if you want money, gotta try and impress the guy.
Ego is going to look at Cash. It's too recent of a memory.
It is. It's a bit of a risk.
Yeah, it's too recent. Fuck. All right. Let's see. We've got... Oh, I know. Don't know why it took me so long to think of it. What happened? Has it been months since we've been here?
To Nar Shaddaa, yeah, it's been a couple
Yeah.
months, about 4 or 5 months.
I'd say
Not that long. I think it's been like 3 months.
yeah. You can You can run this by Slade if you'd like. But the last shipment I did for him, maybe about 3 months ago, had to make a quick run to Belsavis and back. You know, these huts, they really like that special volcanic coffee.
You bring up the name Slade. You see his eyes kind of perk up to the name drop. Slade, you say? He does.
You know, he's a straightforward kind of basilisk. Wouldn't lie for me even if I wanted him to.
He does typically keep a certain clientele around him. We may be able to talk shop, but very well. I need a transport team. I have cargo that needs delivery to a certain someone. You see, I'm part of a company that specializes in production of military-grade equipment. And I need you to transport an armament of missile tubes and thermal detonators.
Oh,
The
that's
planet of-
all.
To the planet of Batu. Mind you, I need you to transport this through Empire-controlled space and avoid detection, as this armament is obviously not something you want discovered by the Empire.
Of course not. You don't typically strike me as the rebel type, but I've been surprised before.
My association has nothing to do with it. This is just strictly a business deal.
Of course, wouldn't presume otherwise.
You will make a certain percentage of the total product's worth. You can expect a pay of 51,240 credits.
How much
upon
is that in
completion.
percentage? It's Empire-controlled space.
I think that's 15%. Let me double check. I need my calculator. My calculator.
The calculator is a demon.
1,600 plus. Oof, this is a big number. Times. Your commission is 15% of what the total net worth of the contraband. And you'll find that number to be quite generous.
Normally, I wouldn't disagree with you at all. It's just there's been a bit of a disturbance on the side of the Empire recently, and they're going to be on high alert, you know. I was thinking maybe more along the lines of 20.
It's time for a negotiation check. All right.
Take the light side points as well. Take them.
Negotiation check from
We'll
you.
see if I need it. We'll see if I need it.
Hard difficulty with a challenge of 2. I'm going to cash in a dark side token to upgrade it to a challenge of 3. So 3 reds against your negotiation check.
Cool. So I'm gonna use my 2 in congenial to downgrade that difficulty for my negotiation check by 2. Thank
Fuck!
you.
25. Go for 25.
Take 2 strain to do that. And
He doesn't have any fucking skills. Oh shit. So that's hard difficulty with a challenge of 1 then. Yeah.
so
Okay.
hard difficulty with a challenge of 1, increased by 1. I'll just. Should I take one of the light side? Yes. Yes. Okay.
We're wrapping up, so might as well.
All right. That'll give me a proficiency. No, not a proficiency. Base die. Oh no, that increases 1 to a proficiency.
Correct. Unless you don't have any proficiency die to or ability dice to a upgrade, you can add an ability die.
No. I got it.
Ninth. 1 success, 2 threats, 1 triumph. Well, you see him. You see a smirk creep across his face. He ponders for a moment as the Twi'lek dancing girl is. She's sitting over his shoulder, kind of like stroking his hair, as he thinks momentarily. 20%. I suppose that's a reasonable ask for these dire times.
I'm always reasonable.
60. 68,320 credits upon completion. Your target location is Batu, and you'll be looking for an individual by the name of Hondo.
Ego laughs in character. Oh, incredible. I think we're in pretty good sway with Hondo right now, so yeah, this should go.
Gotta love how the lines converge.
This should go just about how you would like it.
So, it sounds to me you have a history with Hondo. Good.
Ooh, a history. Not one that anyone would know about.
Deliver the shipment to Hondo, and you will have your payment waiting for you.
Ego is going to hold out a hand for him to shake.
He kind of looks at your hand knowingly, turns to the side, looks at one of his security guards and nods to them, and they step forth to shake your hand.
Ego shakes it. I'm gonna wink at Kanian.
Camion?
Yeah, just like a little. Yeah, I see what you did. I acknowledge it.
And with that, he kind of he gives you guys a code cylinder with the location information, and you already have Hondo's contact information via Dove, so the extra information is kind of superfluous, but it comes with the code cylinder as is, and you have Oh, hey, he asks for your guys' docking information so you can load the contraband onto your ship. Do you give that to him?
We can give him mine, so it's not like.
Do we
Yeah.
know how much it is the contraband though? Because if it is something that requires a type of size or like the Chimera.
You will be transporting, I'm glad you asked, 8 missile tubes and a crate of 10 thermal detonators. So nothing crazy. The missile tubes are the biggest part of the shipment. So that is the biggest biggest container of the two. The thermal detonators are a little smaller due to their compact size and nature. So, I mean, it's very capable. It's capable of being transported on the fire spray. So, I mean, it's not the hardest endeavor. The Vagabond 2 should be able to transport it. If you guys want to conceal it, then the Northern Chimera has the storage space for that. However, you're probably going to have to unload the crate to conceal the fucking tubes.
I've got hidden storage, though.
You got hidden storage on the Vagabond as well?
Mm.
Okay, so yeah, you could do that. You could split the crate up, if need be, on 2 separate ships to make the transport easier. But yeah, so you give him your landing pad information, and he tells you that the the shipment should be on aboard your ship by the end of the day. You have. Let me adjust this price for the new total. 68,320. Nope, not 230. It's 320. Okay, and yeah, your new negotiated price of 20% of the total income for the shipment. 68,320 credits. And yeah, so ensure he just reiterates ensure the safe arrival of the cargo to its intended destination through Galactic Empire controlled space. So avoid Imperial entanglements. Don't dump the cargo.
Not even a question.
That being said, Batu. Yeah, Hondo would have told you, Dove, that he has some business dealings he has to finish completing, which you could reasonably assume that's probably entailing this shipment. So you guys could cut the in-between time between that meetup with this shipment, and then you guys have the shipment deal with Slade as well. So you guys could knock out 2 birds with one stone with a shipment mission.
Oh, Batu, it's been so long.
But yeah, any further exchanges with Camian is met with a bit of a cold stare, or a cold shoulder, I should say, as he's more interested in entertaining the dancing girl as opposed to continuing any further conversations with you guys with the completion of the business dealings. You guys have the rest of your day to engage in any activities that you would like to partake in.
One thing. I want to read the surface thoughts of the dancing girl.
Give me a force power check. I'm so interested if this works out.
How bored is she? Jesus. Nah, it's fine.
Not gonna press it.
The force is saying no.
I will say on the surface, she does look. She does look like she's just going through the motions. But she doesn't. Yeah, you're unable to get her read, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys make your way out of the casino, or are you guys continuing your finishing your evening off in the casino before making your way back to the ships?
Oho is distracted with his
Ooh, yes.
other stuff.
That's right. So, before we go tackle that part, Ego, is there anything else you would like to do? And engage in any debauchery, some flirting, some...
I just want to have. I think Ego's looking at what Oho's doing and seeing that he's busy, and then it's just going to like, well, when in Nar Shaddaa, and just gonna drink. He's just drinking.
Kesh is going to join Ego in a way of more or less just going like, I'm not going to drink, I'm just going to make sure that you stay safe.
It's fine. I mean, what can happen?
What could happen?
Kesh is not leaving you alone.
So much can happen.
Like, literally by that of, I'm fine, what can happen? Literally, like, you would turn and Kesh is literally just there. just like leaning forward. Every single time when Ego thinks he's gotten a bit further away, Kesh is just there. Like, it's not on his left, it's on his
my
right.
mellow.
All right. So, Oho, let's go down this rabbit hole, shall we?
Let's.
I need you to perform a computer's check of sorts. Cross-referencing the last known location of where you parted ways with your mentor. And trying to decipher what is the nature of her absence in communication is. This will be because of your guys' time together, this will be a hard difficulty. However, I will give you a free upgrade to your computer's check. And then I'll give you a 2 boost die because Eliza would have taught you some communication patterns that the Jedi have adopted or
I will
trained
add
for.
probably considering the level of potential concern, Oho would have asked for his brother's big brain to help.
Okay, that's fair. In that case, would you have Rawl take the lead on this computer's check? Since he has a higher pool?
Maybe. I mean, Oho is not a computers guy. He knows that. And Raul now has this big brain. So maybe he would have asked him, like, when Ego decides to, hang out in cash days with them, like, Oho sort of asks Raul without words the way that they communicate silently, that to move aside, like pull him aside some concealed secret alleyway or something, and just ask him for the help.
Gotcha. All right, I'm going to pass you his dice pool. Let's go ahead and roll that for me.
Is that correct? The difficulty is What is it?
Hard difficulty.
Hard difficulty.
And you get a
Dice are-
and then you get 2 boost die to the check.
What are his dice? Is it 2 yellow, 4 green?
No, it shouldn't be 4 green. It's just he has 2 proficiency, 2 ability, and 1 upgrade from his cybernetic.
4 successes, 4 advantages, 1 triumph.
Okay. So, you're going through some of your previous communications from your time on Dantooine. You guys went after your initial departure from Dantooine. You guys made your way back to Dantooine. By that point in time, that's when you needed to break off and make your way to Korriban to find your brother. She went. So you guys went your separate ways over the atmosphere of Dantooine. She went to the surface, and you made your way to Korriban. She left a trail there. As you look into some of the past messages, she alludes to the fact that she's making her way to Ord Mantell. Reason being is she believes something is coming for her. And she needs to move. She needs to keep moving. The last time she made any update was outside the atmosphere of or outside the sector of Ord Mantell. Specifically, where's the hyperlane? Her last update was at the planet of Vortex. Just short of Ord Mantell. Well, let me make sure that's actually a planet and not something I'm just picking out of my... at random. There we go. It's an astronomical object. Let's go to Legends. Yep, okay, it's a planet. Vortex is known for its violent weather, particularly sharp winds, which caused by an abnormal tilt in the planet's axis during the winter months. Vast polar ice caps formed instantaneously by freezing gases. So it's, yeah, her last known update was over the sector of Vortex on her way to Ord Mantell. There has been no updates since. And that was several weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Whereabouts is this planet Vortex in relationship to the current activities that we are doing?
You guys are in Hut space. Vortex is K, not K. Yeah, I was right. K7. So you guys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 grid squares away. So that's going to be over a week's worth of travel. And I believe it's the opposite direction of where you need to go.
Of course it is.
Batu, where are you? I think it's south end of the galaxy. Let me Google it. G15. Oh yeah, it's the opposite side of the galaxy.
Yeah, I wish Oz was here.
Right?
It would be a very interesting exchange to have.
That does raise a good point. Seeing you inquire into into your mentor, something that was already a point of contention for him, as is. What is it, brother? Your old mentor go missing. About to run off again.
No. I do not want to run off, brother. But I would lie if I said that I am not concerned if she is worried about something going after her. I am worried that it may be the very forces that you and I met in Korriban. And if that is the case, I do not like the idea of leaving her at the mercy of that threat, because I had the inability to end it when I had the chance but couldn't.
She's been on the run for, 30 years now? I think she'd be able to handle her own.
If there is something you should remember, brother, is that we slow down with age, not get faster. Besides, you saw what was in Korriban. That was different.
Yeah. Are you proposing a rescue mission?
It is in the other side of the galaxy. I do not like the idea of dragging the rest of the crew, especially when there's work to be done. And I think Oho just has a moment where he looks at Raul and has a moment where he just goes, I actually don't know what to do. Which is a very...
This is a very, very significant predicament that we have ourselves. And,
You can drag me anywhere.
You just hear that in the like somewhere in the distance. Just shouting from the bottom.
Take me with you!
And
What are they talking about?
also, I state again, wherever the group goes, Kesh will follow. So if it's one of those like giant windmill around the galaxy, drop some stuff off, goes rescue a person.
Yeah, sounds like you might not have a choice in the matter. yeah, the crew might be coming with you. That being said, you still have to present that idea to them. Rawl does seeing that level of uncertainty in Oho does probably raise a point of concern for him, as you typically end up being the guiding hand of the two, of where the next mission leads, and seeing that you don't know what to do, maybe we should turn this revelation over to the rest of the group and let them decide. Who knows?
Do you see that he part of him wants to object, but he nods. And then he just, thank you. Because he knows that, Eliza is not a topic that is particularly
Fond of.
the lovely, joyful graces of the memories that Rob may have.
Right. It's definitely a sore subject. Yeah, so with that, the two of you make your way inside towards the rest of the group. Dove, Ego, and Kesh enjoying some downtime at the bar. Ego probably flirting it up with a passerby at the casino.
Listen, the bartender to patron relationship.
Oh, that's the
is
more
very
enticing.
important when it comes to drinks at the bar.
That's Ego's focus, is the bartender every time. I see your MO.
I mean, it is. Nothing's gonna change.
Right. Let's see who's working the bar today. Randomize. Ewok! No, that's not going to happen. Ooh, a Dathomirian. A Dathomirian woman. Well, it's a Dathomirian woman. Pale skin, bald head, very Asajj Ventress aesthetic. Not Asajj Ventress herself. Relax.
Imagine it in our version of Star Wars, like Asajj Ventress is just not like, yeah, I'm very happy here in Alhada at my tavern.
I will point out, as Ego is flirting with the bartender, it's no secret to Ego that Kesh has done this awkward triple take to the bartender, moment before he goes back and just looks down at the bar.
She probably does get confused a lot, frequently for a Ratataki woman. That's a very common misconception with the Dathomirian women, for the most part. But bob cut. Like I said, if Asajj Ventress and this woman were standing side by side, they probably would be considered. People would mistake them as siblings or to some degree. But her markings are a little more prominent in comparison to Asajj, and her makeup is green instead of the dark blue that Asajj has. So she's probably neck deep in the well, turning out drinks for the restaurant of the casino, and you typically know not to talk the bartender's ear off when they're in the well, because they're very much having to focus on a line of drinks that they have to turn out. But you find a moment where she has a moment of reprieve of brevity from the well, as there's a lull in the orders being brought in. And it's without even rolling. Eventually, you do break through her window, her defenses, and she does start to be a little more receptive of your what do we say advances? Probably just more of a friendly banter, I would assume.
Yeah.
And yeah, you guys start striking up a conversation of the Ford method: family, occupation, recreation, and dreams. And you guys get to know each other pretty well.
I think they're having this conversation when Oho and Raul come in. There is the briefest moment where, like, the intense flirting focus that Ego has towards this woman turns, and Oho sees it properly for the first time, and then it just kind of calms down slightly. So,
The meter was up to 10. Let's bring it back down to 5.
yeah. Bantha coladas.
And with that, Raul probably has more of a solemn expression on his face. Oho, what's Oho's current demeanor? I mean, this is a very sensitive subject for everyone.
He wouldn't. I don't think he's going to share the information about this here. I think he will wait till the group heads to the ships, and then he will communicate with them inside one of the ships.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now, Oho's demeanor. I actually don't know if Oho would go in. If I'm being like completely honest, like Oho is not gonna drink. They're not currently looking for anyone in particular at the bar or like in that particular location, and his gears are turning. Like he is just
Running scenarios.
Yeah, he's running scenarios. He's wondering like, what is it if he goes? What is he gonna find if he doesn't go? What is gonna happen? How will he be able to live with that if he actually ends up not being able to do it? Would he need to go on his own again without his brother, which feels wrong in so many different levels? There's like a lot, and I don't know that he would want to, even though he's not much to show things outwardly. I don't know that he would want to like sit and hang, like stick around the rest of the crew talking and drinking and asking shit while he's on that mindset.
Yeah.
I think he would distract himself by either like keeping himself outside to keep an eye on the situation, like in the area in case he spots anything, or finding himself a fucking fight pit and, vent.
That's fair. That's fair. That being said, Ego, you see Raul come in. Nowhere to be seen. You turn your attention to Raul, expecting Oho to be following in shortly, and he gives you he informs you that Oho's got some things on his mind and he just prefers to be alone for the time being, while he sorts that out for himself.
He prefers to be.
I mean, I don't think he would have said anything like that.
Yeah.
That's fair.
No. That was Ego to Raul. And Raul can see like a gear turn in Ego.
Ego's like, yeah, Raul's just like, maybe. I don't know.
I'll find out.
I just assumed.
Keep my seat warm. What's the bartender's name?
Java.
Java, take good care of my friend here.
Javad gives you
Let's
a,
go for it.
a courteous smile and pours up a drink for Rawl, and goes back to her duties at the well.
I think I grab like a water from her before I go outside.
Fun fact, you can walk around with drinks in your hand on this planet. So, yeah. No liquor laws out on this planet here.
I would. There's not a whole lot of other laws, I would assume.
Love it. All right. So you make your way outside, and it takes you a minute. I don't think, you're like blatantly obscuring yourself from being perceived, but I would assume it takes you Ego a minute to try and track you down.
Yeah, I feel like with the speed the Ego went out, he's not like, he doesn't have like a mission right now, so it wouldn't have been like as soon as Raul left, he would have like gone into his like usual, like, I'm just gonna vanish in the shadows. He probably still in his head plotting and thinking and like trying to figure it out. It may take you a moment, but he's not currently actively like trying to hide or conceal himself. I think it's just he's very still somewhere where like you probably scan and was like, oh man, I missed him, and then it's like you kind of have a double take and you realize like, oh, that's not a wall, that's him. You know, like
God.
it's like that. That's the thing.
Ego will make his way over here and hand you the water. It's just water, I swear.
He sort of looks at it and just grabs it. Thank you.
Not coming in to relax, unwind. You've had something on your mind all day. Is it still there?
Yes.
Listen, I'm dealing with what I can get. I told you already, you're real hard for me to read.
That's the point.
Listen, whatever it is, tell me, don't tell me, it's all up to you. But we can probably help you.
It is my concern that you will say yes.
I mean, I say yes to a lot of things.
Ayo. Sorry.
When the time comes and we reconvene on the ships, I will let the whole group know. But you specifically need to know, Ego, that this thing that has been troubling me, and this is very quiet that he's speaking this to you, it may be connected to the things we found on that planet. And you know that he doesn't need to say the name.
Oh yeah, no, Korriban is a sore spot. And he just goes, oh. Right. I mean, is it like urgent? Like, is there like a blade over our head kind of situation, or it's like a
It's the thing.
move your ass kind of situation?
I do not think that it is a risk for us, at least not now, but it is a risk towards someone to whom I owe some gratitude and respect. And so, if we do this, it means going to the other side of the galaxy in the direction opposite to what we are currently trying to do. It also means that if you and the group say yes, then it is no longer just me in danger, it's everyone in danger.
It's the funniest thing I've found since traveling with you lot. I'm in danger so much. So much more than the average amount that I normally put myself in. But we seem to get out of it easily enough.
And you can see that I think Oho looks at you with an expression that is severity, like weight. There's this thing that you feel that it's almost as if like this particular stuff is the type of thing that he doesn't feel as confident when it comes to being like, yeah, we'll pull through. You know, oh yeah, live a little kind of thing. You know, where's your sense of adventure opening up an airlock and letting just like troopers fly out into outer space? That he'll risk, that he'll do. But this whole situation in Korriban and the dark side, that's the stuff that gives him pause.
I think because he can see that, he kind of changes his stance a bit, rests a bit on the back foot. Right. Okay. Well, I guess when we get the group together, you'll let us know the details. I can't persuade you to come inside for a little bit.
There's nothing in there for me.
There could be.
You know, I don't think I ever asked you. What is it that you're after?
I think you watch Ego's own, like, his smile doesn't change, but you kind of watch like a shell go across it, and it kind of freezes a bit. It's just pursuit of happiness, all that, living life. There's not that much to it.
Seems like a very bold choice of company if that is all you're after.
Yeah, but, you know, I could settle down on Coruscant or something and live my life quietly, or I can, you know, maneuver my way around and have some fun along the way.
Or get killed.
That too. Death's a funny pal. Comes around sometimes and waves, whispers in your ear, and then leaves.
I think you see Oho just look away out in the distance, and he's just silent. It's probably infuriating because it's not, he doesn't say much. It's like, but his mind is wandering.
Listen, I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to. Don't think I could. But I'm gonna head back in, and you get that Ego's he came out here to convince you and is kind of running away from this side of the conversation now. It's like, I'm gonna head back in. You're welcome if you change your mind. If not, I will see you.
There's a moment where Oho turns to you, Ego, while you're doing the whole chatter, like the whole, yeah, it's all cool, whatever, blah, 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 I'm going to be inside. And he's like just staring at you in the very Oho way. Like, it's just whatever you think you're doing, totally not passing these eyes. And he just stares in silence before he says, "Thanks for the water."
Oh, sure, my pleasure.
I mean, chances are, if you were to start walking and turn around, maybe he's not there anymore. It's probably gone.
All right. A nice little heart-to-heart. I like that. That being said, the evening sets on this night on Nar Shaddaa as the shipment is brought to and delivered to the Vagabond 2. Camion, one of Camian's associates, reaches out to you, Ego, confirming the delivery of the contraband, and gives you a delivery time. Batu is 5 days away, so they are expecting the package, the shipment, to arrive by the end of the week, by the end of next week. As you guys are on the end of this week. Speaking of which, it is no longer the 13th of the fourth month, or the third month. It is the 18th of the third month. So they are expecting the shipment to arrive to Batu by the 23rd. So you have a week's worth of travel time. That being said, that travel time can be cut on a successful astrogation check. That being said, you got to succeed in astrogation checks.
We have enough triumphs to do it this time.
That being said, our scene begins to wrap up as the crew finishing out their evenings at the casino and probably making their way to the slag pit, following Dove and Ego's lead, with the prospect of making a little bit of money before finally taking off and making for the delivery point to try their hand at a little test of strength, a test of might, if you will, in a pit of martial arts. Our scene comes to the exterior of the slag pit, a rundown cantina. Off in the distance of the horizon, you can hear various blaster shots being fired off with indiscriminate intervals. This side of the planet is very rowdy and unpredictable, but our crew assembles just outside of this establishment, and what waits for them on the other side of those doors will be to be diced. Thank you, all you wonderful viewers, for tuning into tonight's episode of Star Wars Edge of the Empire. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe and follow us so you get notified every time we go live. We appreciate you, 2B Dicers. We'll see you next time. Have a great rest of your night.